G'day folks, and welcome to a mid-season, new episode of Chasing Champions League with Manchester City. This is what we call my channel a mid-season report. We'll look at some of the stats, where we are, and just get an idea how we're doing, and also gives you guys a chance to catch up on the series as well if you've not had time to watch it because you've been very busy like I have been last few days when this beta came out. So what we'll do, guys, it's not going to be an over-long episode. It'll be as long as it is. I don't really have a time limit on it. We'll go through where we are in the season, look at some of the key players I think doing really well, look at the data analysis, which I've done some, I've got some graphics on there I want to have a look at, and then obviously we'll look at the finances and that kind of thing. So where we are in the season so far. Obviously, if we're getting further, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe if you're new as well. Also down below, my second channel, which is my FIFA channel now, which has got Quimo and Team on there. This is all FM now, this channel, and I've got lots of things I want to do, but obviously some of them are dependent on you guys really wanting to get involved in them. So I'll let you know on those things as of when I feel the right time to do them is. So, Premier League, we're in a good position. I've got a game in hand of Man United. We've actually got a better goal difference than anybody else in the league. Closest would be Man United with 25. It's been a very tight league season so far. We've had a lot of teams round that same points where we're starting now to pull away a little bit from the pack, and hopefully we can get top spot. One defeat all season, which is fantastic, and Liverpool are probably our best challengers, I think. I know United have got the same amount of points with us, but I look at United's loss column, and I just feel like we can get at them more. We beat them 5-0. If you look at the defeats, we beat them 5-0. So I think we can get at them again and beat them at Old Trafford when we do play them. So league I'm very happy with right now. Chelsea have fallen away a little bit. They had a great start season. They had a lot of games in hand though, and they've now fallen back a little bit. I think Arsenal obviously recovered from their bad start to the season, and Palace, Watford and West Ham bottom of the table. That's been a bit of a surprise. Newcastle United, of course, got their takeover recently. They got Brendan Rodgers as manager, I believe, if they have. Who did they sign actually this season? I was curious who they signed. Jimenez, £54 million. How's it doing for them? Not amazing, is it? Anyway, yeah. So the league season looks okay for us. Doing okay. Champions League, a great Champions League campaign so far for us. We actually did a very, very good group. We finished top of our group, Group D. Barcelona finished bottom, of course. If you didn't see that, we dumped them out of Europe by beating them at the Etihad, which is fantastic for us. Celtic finished second in the group, which is a great achievement for them. Well done, Celtic. You have to give them credit for that. They're fantastic. Fair play to them. We got Ajax in the Champions League semi first knockout round. So could have been a lot worse. Maybe could have been better, but I'll take that. The FA Cup third round, we've got Wolves at home. That could be tricky. Though no Jimenez is big plus for us. But I think they've still got Damatrao, aren't they? I believe, unless someone's bought him. He's usually still there. Yes, he is. And is he playing much? Not really. But that pace is raw pace. Who's up front? And Fabio Silva, obviously FM legend. We know about him. So that's not a bad draw. Though, to be fair, unlucky to get it from the league side, aren't you? But at least we're at home, to be fair. Aston Villa lost in the Carabao Cup. Not great, but not important. But I like to win much as I can. And our first trophy was the Community Shield against Leicester. Again, not important, but for me, I think winning trophies is a good thing to get in the habit of doing, especially when you're trying to build a team up, which we're not really doing here, but it's nice to get momentum and get the thing built up. So, squad looks like this at the moment. We've got, obviously, the main guy, Mbappe, we signed. He's got 16 goals in 18 appearances and 2 assists. No surprise how good this guy is it really? He's a fantastic striker. The only problem we've got is the lack of swing wingers scoring. Ryan Stone's only got 8, 7 for Bernardo Silva, 6 for De Bruyne, 4 for Jesus. Doesn't play much, so I'm not worried about that. But people like Ferran Torres and Mahrez, they're getting a lot of football, not scoring goals. So that's something we need to look at in terms of the tactic side of things. But the main thing is the tactic. I think the tactic works really well. I've noticed recently that we've had a lot of success by going with what's in the comment section of a slightly higher tempo. Again, it's early days though. We look at the form since I changed the tactic to go more higher tempo. Was basically Atlanta game. After that, we've been pretty good and damn good. To be fair, the defensive side of things has been fantastic. It's not been an issue. It's just the fact that I feel like at times we could just get the ball a bit quicker and move a bit faster in certain situations. And again, it's only 5 games, but I'm very interested in how this is going because so far it's going really well. A bit of rocky spell here with a couple of draws, but overall it's been okay. We don't lose any games really. Liverpool lost one to Liverpool, but that was only because it was at Anfield, and it wasn't. I went to Men as well, but we were actually in that game. It wasn't a dominant performance in Liverpool. It wasn't that we were battered for 90 minutes. We just were not quite out on the day, so it wasn't too bad. But overall, we're looking very good for the league. The form is generally good. Forms are good. The level is quite. What was that? A 7. We sometimes get 8 and 9s, and it kind of fluctuates between 7 and 9. The rating of performance I would go with. Defensively, never got a problem with them. It's the lack of passing forward and getting the ball forward quicker. Also, the wingers are not really doing it. I've put them on attacking recently, so I don't know if that's something we need to change. Obviously, I think this is a problem with the team as well. I think that is the downside to having high pressure press on all the time. Though I have made some changes to allow. I did make I paid Watford 4-0, so I'm going to rotate much more. Obviously, I just realised there's no Mendy in the team in the squad. I was thinking there's a left back missing. Obvious reasons, not going to go into one here. So I think a left back in January could be something we go and buy. Speaking of January, this is my finances: £23 million spent on players. I've requested some more money recently. They're not going to give me it. But I'm looking for a left back. I don't know who it's going to be yet. It needs to be somebody who can come straight into the team ideally to rotate. Because a youngster is not really not really relevant at this point. So that's something I'm looking to do pretty quickly to get that left back in, just to give myself more rotation options. Because I like Zinchenko, he's all right at left back, but I think we can do better. And Cancelo's not a natural left back, is he really? So I'd like to have 4 fullbacks so I can rotate more. Because a lot of times I've got 3 fullbacks and they're getting knackered. I can't rotate. If I've got 2 left backs and 2 right backs, I can alternate them out, and that would help fitness. A lot of times I'm worried in games that these 2 guys, Cancelo, Walker, and Zinchenko as well, to be fair, I'm going to get done on the last minutes of games where it's tight because of their fitness, but I don't have a left back to bring on. So ideally, a left back who can play right back as well would be perfect, but I have to look around and have a look. I've not really had a look yet, but it's definitely an area I want to strengthening. So Data Hub, guys, I've actually done my own kind of sections that I want to look at. Obviously, you give me your thoughts, guys, and what you look for. I've gone with shot map first. Can I click on this? There we go. So shot map, as you can see here, a lot of them inside the penalty area. We're shooting very well compared to expectation. We've had a high number of chances. Our conversion, those chances have been decent. That I want to get that higher. We have a high. It's the last 5 matches, I think, as well, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's last 5 matches. It's showing here. But a high number of clear cut chances. However, our average shot quality is okay. We should be keeping an eye out. Maybe we've been unfortunate. And then again, that's part of the problem as well. I think we've got it's the last 5 games. We've had 13 goals, 106 attempts, 65 with the feet, 30 with the head, and so we expected goals 12. So we're kind of in line with what they expect us to score from those. Which is good, but again, we just need to maybe look at we look at the high XG chances. A lot of these are quite low, but we are doing okay with the expected goals and goals ratio, so that is good to see. If this was like 7, that was 12, I'd be more concerned, I would guess. But I like this. I mean, with the feet, that makes sense. We do it well in the box, that makes sense. So the pass map, again, is something I've had a look at as well on here. Again, we're doing okay. We are doing okay with this. It's just in the middle of the park because we've got 3 people in there. It's something I'm looking at to try and fix getting the ball. Not so much keeping the ball, but how we move the ball forward. We're taking a bit too long with getting the balls forward, and hopefully that higher tempo will move it, because they play the right passes at times, but they're a bit too slow to play them. So hopefully that tweaking the possession stats will help us with that, and we can move the ball forward quicker. Possession is something that we're very good at. Now, these maps is something that I always struggle with to work out. I'm assuming we want to be top left, right? So our positions are very intriguing. We win the ball back less than the average team. We give the ball away more than the average team. This is something that I'm assuming for these maps you want to be top left, because that means you frequently wins the ball reliable in possession. So right now, again, we are mid-range. We're okay in both of them, but we're not perfect. So we need to be a bit high with that. Now, I don't know how we would go about changing that, but these maps, obviously, they obviously want to be up top left, right? That's what we want to be. I'd like to get higher up this section here. So we win the ball back less than the average team. We give the ball away more, which is interesting, because possession stats usually have dominant possession. So I don't know. It's interesting to see that. Keep an eye on that. The scoring, let's have a look. That's a lot better. We've got high scoring and high quality shooting. We are far from ordinary. We score more goals than this team. We create more chances. So the shooting is actually, the tactics actually creating the chances. That is good to see. We're creating the chances. We're one of the highest teams to do that. Makes sense because of our goal difference. So that's good to see that the chances are working. The tactic works for the chances. It's like previously in FM, you look at a game, you try and work out yourself, wouldn't you? But this shows me, if I'm in this right, that the tactic is creating the chances, and we're scoring a good amount. So that is, and we saw that, to be fair, on the shot map as well, didn't we? It showed that actually is bang on. So the tactic is fine from a scoring point of view. It could be better. Obviously, it could always be better. I think we're bang on XG. I think some of the chances we could do better in. I think if our wingers could score more goals, that would help us massively. So overall, I'm very pleased how we're doing so far. I'm very happy with this. Obviously, I'm not sure what else I'm going to put on here, but I think it's mainly defending. We could look at defending quickly if we want to, actually, to be fair. Let's have a look. Defending. So look at defending overall. It's displaying team analytics. There we go. Let's have a look at this now. So we make fewer blocks than his team, make fewer clearances. So we want to be, again, I don't know if this is a bad thing, because we should be down here because we're dominating the game more. So that, again, it all depends on what, I mean, I don't know. I think this is a good, Man City, Liverpool, us, Chelsea and Arsenal, who are top of the table, apart from Arsenal, and Leeds at the top. So we should be in this section here, because that's a good place to be, because it means we're not defending as much, in my opinion. Again, your thoughts in the comment section. These graphs are kind of new for me to try and analyse, so I'll obviously try and learn these things as I go along. But overall, I'm very pleased with my season so far. I think it's going very well. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Obviously, this save will probably end after the first season, most likely. Then they'll start a new save with Watford. I've got plenty of saves lined up as well for this year, if what I've hoped doesn't happen happens, which is I get sacked at any point. But we'll see what happens, guys. So, thank you for watching, folks. Your thoughts on the comment section, guys, about these videos. Feedback always welcome. Ideally, in the Discord is better, because they get the instant reaction. Thoughts on what to include, what not to include on these data analysis things, and there's data analysis hubs and that kind of thing. Your thoughts on my thoughts, what I've talked about, when we're doing well, where I'm not doing well. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help the channel out. Subscribe if you're new as well, and don't forget, Stars Tomorrow is coming back. I've just been busy trying to get the episodes rendered and sorted out for you. And don't forget, down below, my FIFA channel down below for daily FIFA content and career mode, and occasionally Ultimate Team videos as well. Thank you for watching. See you all next time. Bye bye.